everyone. First of all, you're welcome. This is Mark.
This is Simon. Get ready for some stimulating conversation
And some controversial topics.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
And you don't want to miss it.
Stay tuned.
Because
You're welcome. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Go say
Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Sing it. Take it away. Ready?
Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Jesus is the reason for the season, yeah.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, yes,
All right.
he is.
You're
Okay.
Hey, how are you, man?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, you know what? Happy belated birthday to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Woo.
Exactly.
You looking good, man. You looking
Big
good.
double five. Big double five.
Even with that crocodile alligator hat on his head.
Hey, man. Hey,
Is that
man.
what it is?
I don't know.
It's
Don't get
something on his
mad
head.
at me. Don't get mad at me because I'm styling and profiling.
Hey,
No,
don't
no,
say
no,
nothing.
no,
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 Talk
no.
about it. Don't say that.
Oh, okay. See, some people just hate. They can't appreciate
Say
it.
nothing.
You know how famous these suits are?
That's right.
Yeah, they're pretty
Come on,
famous.
Look, man, we stepped right out of the catalog, okay? Look.
You
Watch
did.
this. Strike a pose.
You did. Yeah, that's that pose, all right. Woo.
You know, right now, Transformation Church are taking pictures of us right now.
That's right.
That's all they do when they see these
That's
outfits.
It's like superstars.
I know they're taking pictures of you. They're not taking because you're a superstar, though. Woo. Jesus.
So, how was your birthday weekend, man?
Man, God is good. God is good. My wife took me out to my favorite restaurant. Now we have this new spot we love. And I'll give him some props. Leonardo's 2. You're bomb. Good. The best lobster ravioli I've ever tasted. And they have this green pesto sauce that is ridiculous. So I just need to love it there. So she took me there. We hung out, we chilled, we watched a movie.
So is that another name for Shea McDonald's?
Oh.
let me tell my wife you would think she's gonna take me to McDonald's.
Hey, look. Wow. Wait, stop. Everybody stop. All those who are watching right now, everybody from Goose Creek to Transformation Church, press the button, subscribe, and share, and like, and whatever you want, because it's okay. You can do that.
Oh, speaking of,
What?
that's the show for tonight.
Oh, really?
So we're going to be talking about why do people say it's okay?
Woo!
It's not.
Now remember, it's broad.
It's broad.
Now these are just our opinions, our thoughts. It's
Right.
not a fact. We're just having a discussion.
Right.
And it's so broad that you can type in whatever you want. And just because we may give an answer, it's not the answer. It's just our opinions.
Or as we would say, subject to interpretation.
You're welcome.
I would just say they're wrong, I'm right, but I don't know. You know, they can do whatever they want.
Just like, is it okay for him to wear the hat?
Right. Because it is okay for us to wear these suits.
Woo!
Now,
Okay, wait, no, now it's my turn.
For our listening audience,
Now it's my turn.
give us a thumbs up if you like our suits.
No, my
Say
turn
what you
now.
gotta say.
Okay, everybody. So
Okay.
you know what the name of the show is. So how many of you would see Simon and Mark in those suits and say it's okay, knowing really in your head you saying it's not okay? Please write a comment for us.
You
if
there.
you
Right there. Okay.
Okay.
You would tell them, oh, it's okay, but then in your head you said, oh, that's not okay. Just write the comment. And let me show you a better picture so you can see the full outfit, because you can't see the full outfit.
That is an excellent picture. Thank you for showing that.
Now, I want
We
you to know
look
this.
good. We look fine.
I want
we're
you to
gonna have
see
a
how
good
far
time.
Bishop Saunders is holding those two guys. He says arms are this far wide.
And And you know
You
what,
not get too close.
Hey, Ruben,
No.
we agree with you too.
No, basically, he was standing like, because he wanted to show off his sweater. He didn't want us to, overshadow his sweater. That's all. We were just
Oh my
flanking him on the
God.
side. That's
Yeah.
all. You see.
That's it.
We was
All
on
right.
security duty.
Right, we were on security there. Yeah, we were on security duty. Right.
If I went like this, you would have saw security.
Right.
We would have saw Elf jump out. That's what we saw.
So
Yeah, let's get back to
so
okay.
the question. So why do you think people say it's okay when it really isn't okay?
Hold on 1 second.
We're not in church.
Yeah, what you did? Anyway.
Okay.
So that's not okay.
That's not okay.
He
Uh-uh.
just left us. But anyway,
Okay.
okay. So all right then.
I'm back. We had
All
some technical difficulties. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
you're welcome. So
Keep going. So I think a lot of times people say it's okay because that's just the type of response we have grown up and accustomed to. Even though it's not the right thing to say, it's just out of habit.
Yeah, I think it's politeness. I think
Politeness, okay.
we're being polite. I think at times you're just being polite. You're like, oh, it's okay. And in your heart, you're like, man, it's not okay.
And
Whatever it may be.
and sometimes he's cutting the conversation short.
Right.
You don't really want to have a conversation. So
Right.
it's okay. You
Well,
cool.
That almost looks like a question or a comment that
Yes.
someone just put out there.
Okay.
I'll put
Something
it out.
that I know. So, Ruben, I'm gonna let you read this question because I may be biased when it comes to this one.
So this person named Anita Brodus?
Yeah, do you know
Brodus.
what you say?
What you said?
Brodus.
What?
I believe my spouse says, I believe my spouse.
Can we
says,
edit some comments before we
it's
put them up there?
okay. She didn't write. I believe men may say. She said, I believe my spouse. It's okay to avoid a discussion. Does he feel I may not understand? Or he is afraid the conversation may go left? Can I get a straight answer? Amen. Amen. Mark.
Okay. Now, oh my goodness, is she throwing shade or what? Woo! First of all, I love her. Second, I will not just say it's okay if it's not a reason behind why I said it's just okay. Yes, I will agree. I will at times avoid. Hold up. No, you asked for an answer. I'm getting to you. We'll avoid the conversation because I do know how this conversation may go. So I'm going to say it's okay and keep it moving. Anyone else?
I think she's right. Sometimes, yes, you say okay to avoid a discussion.
Right.
But sometimes he's right. Sometimes you're wrong. I guess it depends on the situation. It's okay. No, it's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Just like no. Anyway.
So what do you have to
Amazing.
say, Mr.
Yes.
Elf Head over there? What do you have to say?
She did ask for a straight answer. Let me give her a straight answer. Okay.
Okay.
So
this one.
I don't know about your spouse. Because I'm not going to say your spouse does this.
Okay.
I will say the majority of men may say it's okay to their spouse because one, they don't want to go any further. They want to come, it's enough. It's okay. Right? They'll say that, so they don't want to go any further. And it may be because they feel you don't understand, or they may think you're not hearing them. So why say it more and keep going? They know it will lead to a place where it will cause an argument. They don't feel like doing it. So they're like, okay, it's okay. I got it. I'll do it. No problem. That's what I think. I think most men are in that line. Now, on the vice versa, when a woman says it's okay, I think it's trouble. When a woman says, oh, it's okay, that's trouble. That's my opinion.
Okay. That's
So
okay.
I would love to hear what the ladies think.
Oh, they're gonna say. Oh, they definitely gonna say.
Right.
Yeah. When they say it's okay, because you're like, oh, it's okay. You're like, like, oh boy, what do I do now?
We want to thank those who are already sending in their questions or responses. Ladies, so far the ladies are really chiming in tonight. Men, where are you?
Man, it's not okay to not say nothing.
Don't be afraid to type.
Say something. These women are coming at you. Coming at you,
yeah.
man. All right, let's get to the next one.
Go ahead.
Sometimes people say it's okay, so you don't ask additional questions. Ooh, that's a
Yes,
good one
you
too.
Well,
said that.
we agree with that.
We agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see that.
Okay.
But why? Why don't we want to get into that deep conversation?
Well, that kind of addresses to the next question coming from Miss Holly.
No.
It almost
Okay.
it almost ties into what that previous person just said.
Okay.
It says
Sometimes I
sometimes
say it's because I don't feel like
because-
addressing my concerns at that particular time.
right. So that
You
kind
said
of
that.
that's kind of
Yes.
conjunction to what was just said earlier,
Mhm.
because you may not want to be addressing a particular concern at that particular time. Sometimes you need to have that moment just to, I guess, reflect, digest before getting a response.
So are we saying,
Happy birthday, Holly, by the way.
yeah,
Happy belated
Woo!
birthday.
You got that. So are we saying it's okay or not okay? In other words, is it okay to someone says to anticipate another individual's response?
Why is Simon jumping ahead?
I don't know. He's still new at this.
It's not okay, Simon.
That's not okay.
It's not okay.
We'll give it to him. We'll wait until the questions are on the screen so the viewers can see them, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's get back to this question we're talking with Holly.
Right.
It's a good thing. Your concerns, right? We sometimes do not want to get we don't feel like it. We just don't feel like talking at that moment. And then people keep pressing the button, right? Keep pushing. You're just like, you know what? It's okay. I'm good. And you know you're not in a good place, but you just don't feel like talking about it. Sometimes I think we get into conversations with people when they're not ready to give us the full conversation. We have to be careful.
But then I think that's okay though, because you just said it right there. You're not ready to get into a full conversation.
Amen.
I mean, if Simon is going, I'm not going to keep badgering him saying, Simon, what's wrong? And he says, I'm okay. And if I say, no, you're not okay. I see you're not okay. But he says, man, I'm okay. I'm going to let it be. Because when he's ready to talk about it, then I'll say, let's talk.
But sometimes friends may do it, badger you, because they really want to know or really want you to say something that, are you really, because I know you're not okay. And you'll say, well, you know what? I'll tell you later or whatever. But close friends, I guess husbands and wives, they say because they assume or they really know that it's not okay because they've known you for so many years.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point because I think that's, what is part of it. Because if you know somebody and you know they're in a bad place, and let's say, for instance, we've had conversations even on the men's Bible study, right, where men don't like to talk.
True.
If we walk away from it, we might be walking away from a person who really wants to talk, but because they don't know how or they're not in the mood, but if you leave them, it could be even worse for them. You kind of want to pull them out and get them to say, no, you need to say something now, man. We here now to hear you, but it often goes south, right? It often goes south.
So here we go again.
I believe you're just not in the mood to share details about on who the audience is. Is this correct? Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yes, honey. Yes.
Don't make me come upstairs. don't make me do it.
But the part of this question that holds true, right, is who the audience is.
You gotta know who you're talking to. Correct.
Right. Sometimes, somebody that's not really our close friend will say something, and we're like, "No, it's okay. I'm good." We don't want to talk about them. It's too personal. It depends. This thing keeps bobbing in front of my head. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, because it was bothering me, man.
That was
last week. You were bothering me because wearing that outfit you had on. My eyes were burning last week.
You mean the Cowboys? Let's not talk about that.
But see, it's okay now to talk about it.
No, this is okay.
No. While your team was winning,
yes, it was okay.
It was okay. But now, since they lost last week, it's not okay. What's wrong with that?
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's get to the topic. So
that is the topic.
It's not okay.
Did you answer that question?
What question I'm going to ask you?
Did you answer this question? Did you answer this question? Did you answer it?
Okay, so I have a question. What about questions about children who receive trophies when they don't deserve it? Is that okay?
Oh boy. Now, okay. This definitely gonna stir. Okay. All right, then. So you have 10 people in the race. These are 7, 8-year-old children. 10 of them in a race. We already know it's gold, silver, and bronze. Okay. Your child comes 9th and starts crying. Then you go, oh, no, it's okay. We got a medal for you. So now we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all getting medals for participation. So I'm nearly finished. So I go to your house. And I go to your house and I see that, oh, look at your son. He's got all these medals. Oh, wow. He loves his sports. He likes running all the time. So I get closer to your medals and I see them and go, is he good? Oh, yes, he loves to run. And I see, oh, I came 7th, 8th, 9th. What you telling me? Oh, he's happy? So I understand. No, this is here. Audience, please. 10 runners. Is everybody supposed to get a medal? Please.
No.
Is that okay?
No.
So
but we do it because we're not hurting anyone's feelings.
No, but at the same time, does that child learn that winning is a part of life? I don't know. Or competition. I'll say competition. You win this competition because you want to come number 1. Trust me. If they were number 1, they'd be bragging to all their friends. Because they can't get there yet, you're going to give them a medal. I'm sorry.
Okay, we got some good responses loading up. We appreciate you guys. Come on, let's
no.
But we did not delve into Simon's truth, right? The truth of the matter is the reason why we have people fighting more in sports is because there is no hierarchy in sports anymore.
True.
There was a time when there was a hierarchy, right? This guy's the best dude. No one touches him.
Right.
You bump him, we're going to bump you. Right? Every time we're going to get into a fight.
Right.
With old guys, you can mess around. It doesn't make a difference. Right. But now because everybody's the best, everybody's a winner, everybody has to get a medal. Now guys talk junk who don't deserve to talk junk.
But that's my point.
Right. Because even when he coaches volleyball, what are some responses you get?
Trash talking is probably the number 1 in all sports now. It is no humbleness anymore.
Right.
There's no humbleness, and so it's trash talking. So here goes. So my daughter Sabrina's volleyball team. Okay, so the ball comes over, the girl messes up and hits it like 3 rows in the back row or something like that. And the team members go, good try, that's okay. And I'm going, no, it's not okay. It's in the 4th row. How is that okay? Please
explain it.
Bro, that is one of my biggest pet peeves, man. We could talk, you know what? We could talk about this all day. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Is when somebody messes up and we're all like, yo, man, it's okay, it's okay. Back in that, be like, that's not okay, dude. That's horrible.
That's horrible. Thank you, Sabrina. My daughter, no, I'm just saying my daughter's responding, but she knows I feel that way because when you train and you coach them to be the best that they can. And if you're a good coach, each individual is different, and you just train them that way. But you don't train them to fail.
No, you don't.
Or train them to say, do the best that you can. But if you don't, it's okay because I know you try. You're not trying.
No, and at times I think
people might be trying, but just sometimes the talent is not there.
Right.
I will encourage you to try. I will encourage you to do your best, but I will not tell you it is okay to stink. I just can't do that. Right? I will encourage you to try your best, but if your best just isn't a part of everybody else, that's why you have to sit while the others are excelling. Because you know what that does? If you really love that sport, it makes you try harder. When I was younger, I wasn't great at basketball. I wasn't good.
You still
I
not.
knew it. I used to sit the bench, but I didn't want to sit the bench. I wanted to play. So I tried harder. My coach did not give me credit for dribbling the ball off my foot out of bounds and saying it's all right. He sat me on the bench until I didn't do that. That made me better. So that's why in the US, we can't excel in some sports anymore because everybody's okay.
But it's not just in sports. It's in academics. Let's even use it into the church, if you will. You get somebody up there, you know good and well they can't sing. And they'll be like, it's okay. It's okay.
Be careful.
It's okay. Come on. You know that person can't sing, but it's okay.
You know you got to go to church on Sunday. Okay? You got to go to church.
I'm not saying that in my church. I'm just saying in church in general. Let me clarify. But, you know, you get that person up there singing or playing or whatever, and you're going, no, that's not okay. Get somewhere and sit down.
So I'm going to back him up here. You know why? Because if you play soccer out of church and soccer in church, you got two different kinds of motivations here. Soccer outside of church, you better play good or you better, because either the coach going to tell you or you're going to sit down or whatever. But if you play soccer in the church, as long as you're on the field and you're trying, it's okay. That's how I see sometimes when you play a sport. It's okay. But outside, yeah. So that's the question to the church brethren, the brethren from the church.
There is a church etiquette. We're not going to get your...
Well, when you being a pastor, let me throw it in your bucket.
Wait, no, we're moving on.
If you have someone on your choir, you know they can't sing. You set them down.
No. So first of all, I can't sing, and I love singing, so I tell people they got to bear with it. So let's just go on. So,
because we're talking about
Brother Randall says, I know when my mother says it's okay, it's never okay. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
When mama says, it depends on that tone, though. Because sometimes mama says, oh, it's okay. You know you're going to get it when you get home. You know when you get home, it's on. So you don't. But sometimes mom will say, oh, no, baby, it's okay. It's okay. When you fall and you hurt your knee, she'll say it's okay. Well, okay, so let me tell you. So my wife, our son played football for a year or 2 years. So one game, he got the wind knocked out of him and was laying on the field. So my wife decides to leave the stands, running down the stands onto the field. Now, that's where I could not say it's okay. I'm like, it's not okay. You can't do that.
Parents stay in the stand. That's the issue now.
Yeah.
That's the issue now.
It wasn't about the fight. She just was just scared that her son was hurt. I understand why she went out there, but that's one of those. It's you want to say it's okay to go out, but the truth is no, it's not okay to go out there.
Wait a minute, your son is lying on the grass and turning around, and mom comes up. Did he go, Mom? What are you doing?
So I asked my son how he took it. He said, no, it was okay. I'm like, really? Because in my day, if I saw my mother run, I would have got up real quick and be like, I'm okay. I'm good. I would have got him quick.
Because your friends would have said something to you.
Oh my gosh.
Your friends would have said something. You got your mama now? I mean, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid the other team.
Yeah.
So the team is going to go, yo, get your mom back out here. She's going to need you in another 10 seconds.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to take you out.
Yeah, they're going to take you out again. They would be killing me. Oh, my. Okay. All right. Let's go on. Let's see what's this. Okay. Oh, thanks, overseer. Happy birthday. Was it happy birthday?
Yeah, happy birthday thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's not going to leave it alone.
I will let my scholar something is not. Capital N-O-T, okay. And it is out there whether he wants to hear it or not. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Ooh, this show's not okay. Something's going to
You know what? I don't know. This is stemmed from an earlier conversation we were having with her before the show then started. So whatever the reason, this is now coming up. We had to talk about this later.
And I thought Anita was quiet. No.
Wait,
I am a warrior.
So wait a minute.
Warrior.
Okay.
So she said conversation is good. Wife or friend can be a good support system at the time it's needed.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
I agree.
Amen. I applaud you on that one. Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
That's if you want, but we're not saying that where the person who was addressing the person is trying to make it okay. We're saying if the individual who's being addressed says it's okay, sometimes they just mean they need space.
Yeah.
So if we're a friend or a spouse, sometimes that person just needs space. They do want to talk, but it's so new. Sometimes I'll use that word. It's so new, they're not even sure what to talk about. They just want to kind of, think about it, take it in, and then let's have a conversation.
Right.
But I think that's cool. John Randall's is hard pass. That must be on the woman thing.
I passed.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Holly. So if you're saying we're okay when we're actually not, can be perceived as telling a fib or story. Perhaps a more appropriate response can be, yes, I'm dealing with something right now, but I don't want to address it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good statement because it is actually telling an untruth. Because I was reading a statement earlier where the person says, I'm not okay right now. I'm working through it. Soon I will be okay. So right now you're indicating, no, you're not okay. So you're not avoiding it and you're not telling an untruth. But by someone saying, I'm okay, when you're not okay, you are actually not telling the truth.
But that's what you said we said at the beginning of the show.
Exactly.
That people say, I think Rupert said it, that people say because now it's a convenience.
Out of convenience.
And it's just cut the conversation real quick.
Right.
So, thank you, Miss Holly.
Also, the new phrase I hear a lot of people say is that I'm coming along.
Oh, I said that's new.
I'm all right.
Oh, I'm coming along. I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
But wait a minute. But is it really a lie or a fib?
It's not being truthful. Well, if you're saying like I'm coming along or
no, but
but what if you're really okay?
Yeah.
But what if we say it's okay because we're saying it because you know what? At this very moment, it's okay. I'm okay.
Then that's no problem with that.
Right.
But if that person knows that you've been going through something and you all of a sudden say, I'm okay, like the next day, hold up. Would you have miraculous healing overnight or something?
Could be. He's a miracle worker. You act like he's not a miracle worker.
Well, he is a miracle working God. We can't
worker.
that. We cannot.
This okay question, they're still coming. So you can still, the okay question is so broad because you can name a topic and you can either make it okay or not okay.
Right.
What's John saying?
Yep. There's nothing wrong with it's okay. We'll try again next time, or we'll practice and get better. LO, it's totally normal to fail, cope, and improve. So he's talking about the sports. So Brother Randall's saying it's okay. We'll try again next time.
Okay, I'll deal with that.
Let's stop right there.
We can do that.
Let's just talk with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. And we'll try again next time, or the next time we do practice, or next time we do, or even if you do right now, what did I teach you? Or what did we do when we was in practice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you did was in practice, I told you, don't put your arms out to the left. Keep your arms in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about volleyball, and do it straight. Okay. So the next time they do it, and they do it, you have to praise them right away. Because all of a sudden, it's in their head that, oh, that guy did it right. And plus, the action was right.
Yeah.
So I can understand now we can try again, but you can finish the next week after that.
Well, I'm gonna stick with what you're saying right there.
Okay.
It's basically correct. I mean, you can try harder the next time. And again, give them that praise that's needed to help and encourage and motivate. You don't agree?
Me?
Yeah, you, because you're going like this. Like this.
You exercise and stretching the neck.
You doing a Laura Hardy look over there. Like
So here I am,
okay,
a coach
Yes.
And if it's a competitive sport, it's always okay, I guess, to say it's okay, we'll try again next time. If the person does not have the fortitude to take true criticism. You have to know your athlete. You have to know that young person. You have to know your own child, whatever it may be. I was a kid who could take criticism.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't care if a coach said, you stink right now. You need to get better.
Okay.
Didn't have a problem with that because if I stunk, I stunk. I mean, I would tell myself, man, I stink right now. I would tell myself, even today, I still tell my paid Sunday. I was like, man, I was horrible Sunday. So I still, it's still there. But I think that certain kids need that. But there's certain kids who just have that drive to be better. And saying to them in a polite way, it's okay, we'll try again next time, is not going to motivate them. Telling them you did those reps wrong, get back out there, do it again, you can do better. That motivates them. So I think it really depends on the kid. It depends on the individual. It depends on the child. It depends on the person that you're dealing with. Some can take it, that's my opinion. Some can take it, some can't.
Yeah, I could. I mean, when doing any kind of sports, we don't do it like that. We do it this way. Okay, try doing it this way. Try doing it this way. That's where people excel, is when you hear what the coach or someone tells you that that's not the correct way to do it, and this is, instead of saying, you know what, you've been trying so hard and I can see what you're trying to do, and if you want to try and do it a different way. So sometimes it's the way it's said or the way it is. Right. But I think our generation, we're so used to sternness right away, because I know as a soccer player or whatever, you were told it's either this or you want to bench. Right. And so most of that, and now you can't do that. You can't. I'm glad I'm not a coach. But anyway, I help my daughter. But sometimes I'll say, I don't know. It's, when you got, I'll use volleyball, 6 players on a court.
Okay.
And you got 5 people really playing.
Okay.
But that one, he's up there and look at you and go, I tried. No,
but they haven't.
And the five girls are looking at you going, really? Really? We're 2 points behind. We're nearly gonna win. And that's all you can say to me is, I did my best.
I love it. I love it when they mess up and they smile.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you just smile? You just smile? It makes my face.
We watch, even when we watch our team play United, when they mess up on the field and they do that little crazy smile, it's like, why are you smiling? You just missed a perfect goal.
I want to throw something at you.
It don't matter to them, though. They're getting paid. I don't care what they do.
Well, yeah, that's a good point right there. They're getting paid.
They're getting paid for what they do. Right. But like Rupert was saying, depends on that individual when he's playing. Does he want to sit on the bench if he keep doing that, or does he want to play? Because they have incentives also. Sports players, sometimes they have incentives to get a certain goal. But we just missed my daughter because she just said it's not okay.
So she agrees.
Yes, she agrees. It's not okay.
He agrees. It's not okay.
Right.
No.
It's not okay.
There's lots of entitlement in the world. It all starts somewhere. There's a ton of entitlement. That's where this is coming from, right? We're saying that people are entitled, right? So we have to give it's okay when we know deep down, and I'll give an example because it happens in church all the time, right?
Yes.
That person gets up right in the middle of a good part of service and decides to come right in front of you to go to the bathroom or something else. And we it's okay. It's all right. Because they say, oh, excuse me. We say, it's okay. And you like,
wait a minute. They did that as a Youth Congress 2.0. They did that. We were recording, and then it's right in front of us. We were recording with Holly. And next minute I know, I couldn't let it go. Oh, really? we've just been video bombed by 2 young people. And they're just like, what?
Well, look, I had a speaking engagement. I was preaching at a church, and I'm preaching, and this little kid with their parent, he was bouncing all up on the front pew. I'm like, you need to control your child, and it's just bouncing up and down. I'm trying to preach a message, and all my eyes are looking at this child, because if that was my child, I would have hemmed him up real quick, took him out the sanctuary, and said, "You better act right," and then brought him back in and set his behind down.
You better get
But
that grandmother.
This child was just going like, okay. I'm like, and the parents are like, it's okay.
But I see your point, Rupert. Yes.
But that happens in church. We have people doing that. We have people talk. Now, transformation is a little bit bigger, but like our church is not that big of a sanctuary. So if you talk in the back, we hear you up front. we can hear it. And people have this full conversation in the back, and we're like, everybody, we in service right now. Let's keep it.
But is it okay? I mean, before I say that, people, subscribe, like, and share. Please do that right now.
Please.
But because in the sanctuary, now remember, these are our opinions. These are not facts.
Right.
We're just having a discussion. We're talking. So whatever it is, don't get your feelings hurt, because
don't get mad.
Talking about nobody.
No.
We're not calling nobody's names.
This is
observation. I will, though.
Observation. Okay, right. you do that. So is it okay that Pastor Rupert is preaching?
You just use my name.
Yeah, but I can use yours though. Yeah. Pastor Rupert is preaching, and there's a baby crying in the congregation. Do you get up and take a back, or you try and keep the baby quiet?
So to be honest,
we hope you're being honest the whole time while talking.
Yeah.
I won't. It doesn't bother me. It didn't bother my father. I saw my, now again, I don't know if my father was okay and it wasn't okay, but I would see my father we'd have babies walk up the aisle, and my dad would be like, no, leave him, it's okay. And he just keep going. So I'm of that world where I don't
walking
mind.
up the aisle is fine. I don't mind. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Crying does not faze me. What would faze me is if the child is throwing something, because that might bother somebody else.
Well, no, let's back that up, because that person crying could also be bothering someone who's sitting there trying to listen to the message. So meanwhile, it doesn't bother you, but the person in the pew at the same time is getting upset.
Yes.
Because you got this rambunctious child, and the parent or legal guardian is not doing anything about it.
Yes.
So that's not okay.
Yes.
Just keep preaching. Just keep preaching.
So answer. So I brought this in. Correct. No pacify. Right.
Yeah.
We talked. Yeah. It really is. If you're sitting next to this person and that baby's making that noise, it is okay to say, "Is everything all right?" If it's not bothering the preacher, a little bit, you can say it. Now the problem is that new parents today, not all, but a lot of new parents, they get offended if you talk to them. So it's tough. People don't want to talk to you because they come back at you like, and so it's a whole different story. But if you feel it's not, this is what I'm talking about today, right? If you feel it's not okay, stop saying it's okay. Have the conversation. Could you please quiet your child down? It might not be just disturbing me, but we could be disturbing others. Do you want us? I'll be glad to, take them, show you the usher to take them to, downstairs, get you some water. Whatever you have to say.
Just be live on camera.
Yes.
We live.
Yeah.
So everyone is hearing the choir or they're hearing the preacher, and in the background you hear, get off me, get off me.
Like yesterday during our children's Christmas production, there was, the kids were acting their hearts. All of a sudden it was like this high-pitched sound. Everybody just went like this because my wife said, "Did you hear that yesterday?" And I go, "Yeah," because everybody person went like this. Because we didn't know who or what it was that was going on in the back of the sanctuary. So
now we're not talking about, sometimes children may yell out, "Yeah!" or because they're like 2-3 years old and they hear something and they'll yell out and everyone go, "Oh, that's so nice. That's so cute. Yeah." But yeah, we're not talking about that. No. But screaming.
Screaming.
Who was the last one?
It just said blessings, man of God.
Whoa. There's only one person who's gonna say that. Elder Lawrence. Hey, thank you, Jesus. We love you, sir.
He preached a storm for me. I don't. We were talking about church, but he preached a storm for me a couple weeks ago. He just tore the place up. He's a good preacher.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So, Dad. Why did you sigh when you saw my name pop up? So, Mark, there's your question, Mark. Why did you sigh?
Well, you know what? I might have to stay tonight to protect them.
That sigh was not intentional. Please do not take it the wrong
Jesus.
way.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Miss Kim said no, it's not okay.
We appreciate all your comments tonight. We appreciate some of your comments tonight.
Okay. So
Now, this is a fact. I witnessed this because in our previous church, our son was being really
Malachi.
He was being really indifferent. Anita picked that boy up, took him. I went like this. I said, "Oh Lord, he's in trouble.
He done."
She took him out the sanctuary. Rest assured, when he came back in, he was like this. He was still for the rest of the service.
We know what happened.
We didn't play that, bro. No, when you came to church, you act like you had some sense.
So Malcolm, he was lucky because Anita took him out of the sanctuary. Trust Mae Johnson, she would give it to me right there. She'd just give you a nice one right there on the lap. Boom. I said, behave.
What about the pinch?
Oh, they got the pinch. They got the pinch too.
Ooh, don't get the pinch, man.
Ooh.
Right.
Don't get the. It's a different time.
But
I mean,
now
today, show on that.
But now
today,
that would be classified as being abuse.
Yes.
So is that okay?
Because they bruise easy.
Prenatal care vitamins did that. Okay, let's move on.
Any more okays?
Wait, was that the same thing? Oh yeah,
that's this one.
On many Sundays, I had to. Oh yeah, that's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a question I have for you guys. Oh,
okay.
Wait, you have one.
All right. Says, "Yep, when I was in a." This is from Kim. Yep, I was in a Baptist church. The saints,
the Baptist people, the Baptists.
Wait a minute, she says the crackers with a cane.
Lord. Kim, does that explain some things?
Hey, Kim,
we're gonna talk
on Sunday. Do not walk past me on Sunday.
Kim, that was not okay.
That's not okay, Kim. That's not okay. You should have called 911.
Woo. Cane? What was your question?
He said her walking cane.
A walking cane.
Oh no, 911.
Hold on. Those thick walking canes with the black edge in the bottom. Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was so much.
To us is what?
But I got a question for you guys. Answer this. Is it okay or not okay for an individual to call you out on something that was personal in the midst of people? They're still all your friends, but they're in the midst of people that, you didn't want. You told them something in private and they called you out in something in around a bunch of friends. Sometimes, and they've just been cracking. They were cracking a joke and they just brought it up. Is that okay or not okay? And what do you say? What do you say?
Okay, I'm gonna take a stab and then you can comment on it.
Yeah,
I would say that is not okay. For one, that was a breach of confidentiality. You were talking with your confidant, and this person, even though jokingly brought it out, that was not right. I would have said, let him finish what he was saying. I would have took him to the side, said, what I shared with you, I would have hoped would have stayed with you. And what you did was not right.
But at the same time, you had the conversation because you didn't think it was going to go anywhere else, right? I mean, so
yeah.
just for
I would
that,
make that point known,
yeah.
yes.
So just for that breach alone, you probably wouldn't even think that you would have to make a comment about, hey man, I thought we were boys, man. I mean, if you really had something to say, you could have told me right there and then. So, hey, that's it. It's not okay. I mean, it depends on friendship. It's not okay.
So what do you say at that time? Oh, when they look at you like they realize, oh, I messed up. You say, oh, it's okay. Then take them to the side.
No, I wouldn't have said it's okay. I know,
No,
right
you
at that point.
okay.
I would no. I would not. If we were in that conversation and that happened, I would not say no. It's okay. I would say, can I talk to you for a moment? I would just stop and say, excuse me, can I talk to you for a moment? I wouldn't have to do that. It's okay, because no, that brother, that was not okay, because what you did, that is a hurtful thing right there, because you basically threw something back at me, what I put to you in confidence, and now you let everybody know about it.
Because we getting a lot of people saying that it's not okay.
Yeah.
I saw something else. I'm not saying nothing until I see a question, but it's just, you may be even surprised that, wait a minute, I thought our friendship was kind of a little bit tight here.
Right.
And now, because I guess we have to do it, when I say the Christian way, there may be another word for it or whatever.
Turn the other cheek.
Yeah, you have to go back and have a conversation with this person again to make sure that we straight. And if you both go your separate ways, it's because you both agree on that. But it's like your next conversation, it's like, but you can't walk away and then tell everybody else, oh no, man, he dogged me out and blah. I think you just have to have a conversation even one more time just to say, look, I know, but I think someone wrote on here about something. So that's difficult. It's not okay though.
It's not okay.
No. You can read it.
Yeah, well, this is what I think. This is one that we.
This is the one. Yes. Yeah.
Right. You definitely do have to reevaluate your friendship. I think, because that's a breach of, like you said, Marcus. Somebody did agree with you, right? It is a breach of. I think it's a breach of our friendship, right? Especially if you knew I told you. It's one thing if you didn't know I didn't tell you in confidence, but if you knew I told you in confidence, that'd be tough. Now this one I'd love to hear this story, because John said it had not to me, but what that happened at church once. So somebody during a service, during an announcement, somebody announced somebody else's issue and they didn't want people to know. Ooh, that's a tough one. I never did that once.
Even security can't help you because he's done.
It's done.
I think I did that once. I got to think.
But yeah, back in the day, now I'm going back in the day. I know that a lot of people want back in the day in church in England, that if you did something wrong, or if the choir did something wrong or whatever, we will get publicly lashed. The youth choir will not be singing next Sunday because I mean, sometimes that happened, that we got, or individuals got publicly lashed.
Yeah, but I think that was, though, and I don't know exactly, but a lot of times that's due to a group of people, or it was people already knew about it. It wasn't like it wasn't a secret, right? People knew what happened. It was already going, the buzz was already around, and they're like, okay, we sitting down. Because that happened to our youth one time. Everybody knew what's going on, shut some stuff down. I don't, so the backbench thing is not a thing I enjoy. I think is a rightful thing, but that's a different story.
Well, also to make someone's business come across the pulpit, that's wrong. That's not okay. And we've seen and heard some preachers who have done that when they've been counseling someone, and they in turn take the business and put into a message. That's not right. That's wrong. That's totally wrong.
That's not. My dad told me that a long time ago. You can't. You don't preach people's business.
No.
You know. I have spoken people's business, but I've asked them for their permission. Like I've said to them, "Is it okay with you that I bring this up?" And they would say, "Yes, Pastor." And I say, "Okay, thank you." That way they weren't sitting there shocked. Because it really, sometimes it's not the issue. Sometimes it's the shock.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things are great. You know, this person was an alcoholic and they overcame by the grace of God. Now, it's not the fact that you're telling people, because they probably told other people that they were alcoholics. They had a testimony. But sometimes the shock that you say it during a message sometimes is what really like, okay, wait a minute, Pastor. That, you know, why'd you bring that up? Because it makes other people also think, wait a minute, is he going to bring something up of my past? Right? So you have to be real careful. I think that's where that line of it's not okay. Somebody may say it's okay, but even if it's okay to them, you still may want to evaluate what it is you're bringing up and how you're presenting, because somebody else may say, wait a minute, they didn't know you had the conversation with sister or brother so-and-so. So sister, brother, so now is he going to bring up my stuff? And now they're afraid to tell you stuff as a leader or a preacher because they didn't know you had the conversation. So I always preface it with, I spoke with sister so-and-so and they told me this was okay to say.
Okay.
That way people know this is not a surprise, because you want, it's not okay to some folks to bring up people's stuff. Even if it's not, even if it's not them, it's still not okay, because they're afraid of what you may bring up about them.
Okay. All right. Let's get some more of these questions out here.
Questions are coming quick.
Oh, I love this one. Is it okay for males to wear hats in the sanctuary? Again, this is our opinion. It depends on who asked this question? Oh, this is Edward Lassane. Yeah, I know. It depends on I put it this way, it depends on the order of the house. I'm reason I say that because some churches have no problem with you wearing a hat, men wearing hats. Some churches do have a problem. So I look at it this way: whatever the order of the house is set, then you go with it. I mean, to me personally, I have an issue with it. But again, you look at some of these biblical coverings. There was a conference that happened not too long ago where the guy was a preacher who wear one of them. I'm not sure what you call it. It's a, it almost looks like a Muslim cap, but it's not that. It's something else. But he wore that in the service. So again, it could be cultural, and it could be the order of the house.
I'm sorry. This is my opinion also.
Yes.
I have issues only because it's a respect to the house. It's maybe it started as a tradition. I don't know. I mean, because it started way back. But I just know that I was taught that when you enter the sanctuary or the house of God, your hat comes off and you go in. So now, which the question I think is being brought up, because these times now, when they come in the sanctuary and you go, oh, excuse me, got your hat. A lot of them will go, oh, my bad. I forgot. And some of them just look at you and then look at you and says, oh no, and they'll sit down in the sanctuary, and I'm not challenging nobody to take off your hat
right
in church. Before, I may have went up to you and went over your shoulder, say, excuse me, we don't wear hats in the sanctuary. And the majority, the high percentage will say, okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Now, even men, I didn't do my hair. My hair's messed up. I wasn't right. So, like Mark was saying, it's a word that's being taken out though, is respect.
Yeah.
It's being pushed aside just a little.
So the where it came from, right, was the fact that women were supposed to have their head covered. So if you were covering your head, then you would be considered a woman, right? So you weren't supposed to have anything on your head when you came into the church. That's kind of where it came from, and I believe. I might be wrong. Somebody can correct me if they know correctly, but that's what I believe. So is it okay to cover your head? I agree with Mark. I think it depends on the place you're at, and I think that it depends on the house. For the most part, I would think that out of respect, you have your head uncovered unless it is part of your attire that is based on your culture,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
right? A lot of times. So my baseball cap is not a part of my attire for my culture,
No, that's given. That's
right?
given.
So I would say to that person, please remove your baseball cap.
Mhm.
Your fedora isn't part of your culture. Now,
Mhm.
the hat Mark was talking about, Muslims may wear them. The person may coming in may be a Muslim. So
Right.
I would say, you know what? You're a Muslim part of your culture. I'm not going to bother you with it.
Right.
I would let him know that we remove those things in the church, in
Mhm.
this church.
Mhm.
And if he said, but it's part of my culture, I'd say, okay, great.
Mhm.
Thank you. And let people know, because, you know, people will look at them side-eyed. But
So what about like the Jewish people? They wear their hats in their synagogues.
yeah,
They wear their, what do you call them, little yarmulke things on top of it?
yeah.
But they wear their hats in their synagogues. So again, it depends on the order of the house. That's how I
Yeah.
look at
So I'm not bothered. We have a lot more. John Randall, we don't have much time.
3 minutes.
I don't know how to answer that question other than because that's what I was told from a young kid. I don't know if it's inherently wrong to it. Yeah. No, it's not wrong or right. It's just part of it. What if a female comes to church wearing a tube top? Oh, Jesus.
We're talking about men and hats.
We're talking about
men and hats.
He said, wait a minute, but you put it in context. Is it okay to overlook her attire? Is it okay? Should we be saying it's not okay? Good Lord.
Anyway,
It's not okay to answer that. Not right now.
I will answer it.
We went from
go ahead.
hats
Go
to
ahead.
two tops.
My sister. If it is her third time, it is not okay.
Not okay, right?
All right.
The first time
This
you
is-
walk in the door,
The first time, she don't know better.
she don't know better.
Somebody spoke, and I would hope somebody talked to her. The second time, one of those mothers would have to have said something. If you did it the third time, you doing it on purpose.
you doing it on
Prove
purpose.
a point.
Yeah.
You do it on purpose, and
Right.
that's not
Man.
okay. We don't do things in church for spite's sake or to prove that I'm grown and I can do what I want to.
Right.
If you got nothing else, I get it.
Right.
But now, if you're going to tell that person, this is my thing. If you're going to chastise that person, I hope you have something to give to them just in case they don't have nothing to wear.
Right. Exactly.
Because if you tell them that's not appropriate and they have nothing else, they're not going to come.
Right.
All right.
If you have nothing, I got a blouse I can give you that you can wear.
We have to thank.
Or you tell, I'd rather you wear a t-shirt than you wear that tube top. Right?
You're right. You're right.
We don't.
But we want to thank Scribe.
Yes.
So next week, of course, is Christmas. Woo! It's hard to believe. So next week we will have a yes, that is okay. We will have
Definitely.
a pre-recorded show, and the question we've asked some people is: Jesus a gift that we take for granted? So tune in next week and hear the responses from those.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yeah.
Oh
Is it okay for
No.
him to sing this song?
no, it's not. Hey.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. It is
That's not okay.
29, and it's not okay that our producer just coming in.
No.
No, that is not okay.
Mom, Giovanni. What?
He was probably cooking some rice
And peas.
and peas and plantains or whatever.
Oh, he's done. Oh, he done.
Okay, we gotta go.
Right. So until next week,
Till
guys,
next week.
we will always say,
You're welcome.
You
Thank
missed it
you.
again. You
Thank
missed
you.
it again.
Dang.